HATER Part 2. I had someone come up to me and I was telling them what I was doing, a video and stuff, and he then came up to me and he asked me, so, Sarita, question, I'm going to do. And I went, And then he said, here's the question. What do you do when you hate someone? How do you deal with it? And then I said to myself, and I thought, that is a really good question. I mean, I was thinking more of the sense for like a follow-up topic, this question. And I then realized, because I honestly answered, and I said, I don't hate anyone. I'm incapable of hating, actually. It's like I know a way how to grasp onto that fire of hatred and implicate it to something better. So that way it doesn't just explode out and hurt anyone, so I don't hate. In fact, I appreciate. So then I go on and tell them that I can tell you how not to become a hater, what the signs of becoming a hater, and how to cure yourself from being a hater or anything. So then I realized and got onto it, and I told him, step 1, never hate, but appreciate. You should never hate anyone, but appreciate their success in life. And I gave an example reason why you would often use, not just because you're always thinking of implicating other things that could possibly benefit your advantage. No, you should always truly like to hang out with someone and hang out with them, but you shouldn't really hate on your family or friends' success, but embrace it and appreciate that you have it. And I go on and tell this person that I'm just going to message it because I'm getting it. And remember that this world is not always about what you know or how smart you are or how you look or how you feel. It's always just not about you. To get a by or get ahead. Sometimes, in the majority of some cases, the world is about who you know. Really, like who you know to get you by. And thus, you should never hate, but always appreciate. And this is why. And then he tells me that, but I couldn't really appreciate someone when I hate them. You know what I mean? If I do appreciate it, it would be a lie. It's actually a lot smarter to appreciate because you never know if that person or family member that you know and you appreciate their success can later on help you in life. Being a hater only in the long run ends up only hurting yourself. And no one wants to be around with someone who's just a bitch all the time. But remember that. You should always keep your bridges open. The more bridges of opportunity, the better it is for you. You never want to be that person that always burns down the bridges. Because if you burn down your bridges all the time, it's going to do nothing but hurt you in the end. You never know even when that bridge that you burned gave you a job opportunity that you wanted, a position that you wanted, something even better. But since the fact that you were so freaking hated earlier, it ended up hurting you and biting you in the ass. So why in the hell would you even do that to yourself? I see no reason why people would do that to themselves. That would be, in my eyes, completely stupid. So that goes along with that, right? See, what you want to do is, when you see yourself almost trying to do it, you want to take that as your internal truth and you love for a person and be happy for the person. You never know, and by just knowing that person later on, it can actually help you down along the way. And it feels so much better to actually just be happy for someone. You need to see that person and find them doing great. You know what I mean? If you really do care for your friends or your family, you want them to see them be better. You don't want them to do worse. You want them to be good and be happy at what they're doing. And if it comes with an employer or something at work, and you're going to use anything, please see in the perspective. Perspective is looking in a different point of view. Be in the perspective, you know what I mean, of understanding, you know what I mean. Some of us are just high strong and want to be leaders. I understand that, I totally get that. But the truth of the matter is, a true, good, well leader does not get there and just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm successful. You know, it comes with hard work. And everybody was like, that takes too long. Well, I'm sorry. Hard work is the only way to get to the success that you want. You don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm successful. It doesn't work that way. You have to put your work into it. You have to really, if you really want it, you put your work into it. You have to go through the grimy, icky, filthy, grimy bullshit, stressful bullshit to get to where you want to be. Because after you go through all of that grimy stuff, when you get there, that's where the good stuff is. But you have to go through all the bad stuff to get to the good stuff. And that's the way it works, and it only works. And when you get to that good stuff, when you get to it, no one can take it from you. It's like running a business, okay? The saying goes, before you can be a leader, you must learn how to follow. And this is why, okay? If you are trying to run a business, right, and you know nothing about that business, how it operates, how it thinks, the secrets it does, the secrets it has of operation, getting things done, the organization itself, and how it does to the lowest rate, you must follow and learn those traits first. You need how to do it, how to do it, before you can go ahead and take in charge and lead it. That's just common sense. Okay, so once you follow, right, you want to learn from those things, okay? So if you see someone that you know and they're doing well, don't hate on them, but actually embrace it. So later on for yourself, you can actually learn better things. And who knows, maybe that person will go ahead and show you their traits, their secrets, and how they do things successful. And then you can learn from them, implicate them, and then you know what, maybe even prove them doing better. So down the long run, it's better for yourself. Now, with that said, think of things as long term, not just short term. When you think of the long term effects of the things that you do, it might be more better for yourself. And so why turn it into a situation that can possibly be good for you and you want something to be bad? Because that's the only way it gets a lot of work. So we have to remember, to make our dreams possible and to do what we gotta do, we have to put work into it. Only through work do we get it. And no one's gonna get it for ourselves, only us. So stop focusing on what the other person's doing or what they have over on top of us. So we don't want to pay attention to that. You don't want to be that person that looks over the grass and green or anything like that. If something's wrong with your life in the way that you like it, instead of focusing your frustrations and anger and hatred towards the person and making that person the center of your world, stop it. Use that frustration to change whatever in your life that's not making you happy. Focus on yourself, right? To use that to change it. No, like I don't like my TV. I'm not gonna hate someone that has a TV. Well, I don't like my TV. Well, I'm gonna do something. Well, how am I gonna fix that? Where I get a better TV? Okay, do something about it. work, same thing. Alright, and then later on, you know what? I'm working on getting a new TV. I got a TV. So I love my TV. Okay, things like that. If you see something in your life that doesn't make you happy or really, change it. You spend your energy on changing yourself to do better. That's the way you want to do it. Don't be worrying what other person got, and don't worry if they got it quicker than you. If you can really believe and trust in yourself and know that you're the shit, okay, then you can trust in yourself that you will have it. Eventually you have it. Maybe not right now, but you'll have it. So don't worry about it. Just do you. And when you do traits like that, I guarantee you, you're going to be a lot happier. You can stop yourself becoming a hater. You can focus on the things you want, and you'll be more realistic and down to earth into the things that you want. Remember, we as human beings are not prizemates and cavemen. We came a long way from that. We have the ability to think before we do things. You're just going to have to find that capability within yourself. You know what I mean? Find it. You know what I mean? And then once you find that capability, you apply it. So you can do better for yourself and be better for it. There's no point in hating or holding on to that weight feeling, because all you're doing is just feeding into their game and bullshit. 1, 2, hurting yourself, and 3, remember, the other person does not feel what you feel. So you are only hurting yourself internally, and then if you hurt on that information so much, you hurt yourself stressed mentally, and then when you hurt yourself mentally, you mean so much stress, it becomes physical, and then you die. So why would you do that to yourself? That makes no sense. That's why you don't hate, because you're not going to do you any good. And hating and angry and making you mad makes you ugly, makes you vicious, and it makes you age. True fact. So why would I hate? I wouldn't hate. You get me? I wouldn't want to age. It was more than I have to. And it comes with one of those things of knowing that. Knowing the honest and truthful in yourself. So, if you find yourself hating, this is what the main thing you gotta do. Okay. First, you need to check yourself. You gotta stop and you gotta check yourself. Okay. One of a professional told me someday. Alright? You have to check yourself. Also comes with hating is called with temper. Alright? If you have a temper, these are the 3 easy steps to controlling your temper and not being barbaric. Okay? Directing your anger and frustrations on the correct thing. Okay? This is what a doctor told me one time. At the 1, check yourself. Okay. You're going to do the first step check. 1, check yourself. And then in fine checking yourself, alright, you're going to stop, alright, and first check to see if you heard what you actually heard or saw what you actually saw. Okay. It's so easy to mishear something and misperceive something. Okay. So first you're going to go, oh, wait, check it. Did I hear? Did I hear? Did I just see what I see? You know what I mean? Alright. You're going to first go, whoa, check. You know what I mean? Check. Step 2. Alright. Verify. Alright. Verifying is when you've heard what you were doing, you're gonna usually be like either saying an expression like, hey, did I just hear you say this? You think? Or you have a friend or something like they're with you, like, did you hear what I just heard? Did you see? Or that's verified. Or did I mean what I'm actually seeing here? If you want to verify, even mentally, alright. And when you verify, okay, you're going to go ahead and stop. And you're not just going to think about yourself. You're going to think about the other person. You know what I mean? Like flipping the coin. Like if putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Because there's certain things that certain people do that tend to be misperceived misperceived or misheard or missaid and not know it. So you're going to pull it and blame it. So when you verify, you're going to see if there's any possibility of you misunderstanding or misinterpreting or missing something. You know what I mean? Due to the way that other person is. Right. So first you're going to stop and verify. You can check all that bases. Alright. Alright. And once you verified, alright, and if you notice what you saw in her was a mistake of your just misunderstanding, then stop yourself. Whoa! Stop yourself. Okay. You just stop yourself from looking like a jackass. Okay? Now, but the third step, after you did that and verified that you're not a jackass, right? And everything you now, if you did find out and you did hear what you heard, you verified what you heard, third step, get their motherfucking asses. You think you can beat their ass if necessary, or don't get mad, get even. Sometimes the best thing in your life is when you just get even with them. And so, don't ever try to get too mad at me. The only thing that I ever get mad about, I think, is things that are disrespectful, but I never really hate in person. After I resolve the issue, I pretty much just move on it. Okay, that was then. Moving on now. And you just have to have that concept. So, never use that to control anything. Sorry about being a hater. Realize being honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. And again, if you don't like something in your life, change it. And always keep an open mind, open heart, and try to even help others and make future for others. So, don't hate, but so that later on you can appreciate. Alright, take care.